Could multiple WWE stars be getting new gimmicks? There's a new WWE show being held up by Peacock, and a title match has been announced for tonight's AEW Rampage. Stay tuned for the news. Back once again for the second news video of today. Boy, we are busy today.
Oh, it's a big boy. It's a big boy. It's a big boy. Something's wrong with me.
Well, you're just getting very excited, Andrew, and rightly so.
Yes.
Because it's the news. And we're going to kick things off with our story about a couple WWE stars getting new gimmicks. Now, this past week on Main Event, R-Truth and Shelton Benjamin teased getting serious and dropping the comedy personas.
Yeah.
In a backstage segment, Shelton told Truth that veterans of wrestling had told him to take everything seriously, otherwise he'll miss out on opportunity. I feel like Shelton has been serious for quite a while because he was in the Hurt Business.
He was.
He's been very serious.
Maybe it's the fact that he's not been taken seriously. Ooh. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, that analysis. He reeled off his accolades to Truth before leaving, closing on, "I used to be the gold standard Shelton Benjamin. Now I'm just Shelton," leaving R-Truth something to think about. Now, it'll be very strange to see R-Truth ditch the comedy
stuff, yes.
Because he's been comedy since
a long time.
2008, apart from that very short-lived heel run.
Yeah.
But even that, it was Little Jimmy and spelling conspiracy, but not quite spelling it right.
It'll be, like you said, it'll be very strange to see if this is what turns out to happen and things do start to get serious for them again. But I'd love nothing more than to see Shelton Benjamin and R-Truth getting maybe a bit of a bigger spot in the title scene in WWE. I know obviously the Usos are at the top right now and it's hard to dethrone them. Mm-hmm. And then it feels bad to say as well, but Shelton Benjamin and R-Truth don't seem like the ones that could dethrone the Usos. I'm so sorry to say it, but I mean, Shelton's got a point. At one point in the Attitude, not the Attitude Era. Sorry,
Ruthless Aggression. There we go. And then 2008 and 9, he was the gold standard. I loved his gold hair with his gold trunks.
Man,
favorite to play as on
the matches he was having, phenomenal, and it was crazy not to see him maybe a little bit further up in the main title picture. It felt like he was getting there, but never quite got there.
Well, you say that you don't feel like they could be the ones to dethrone the Usos. Well, you might swallow your words there, because Truth and Benjamin actually got a win on Main Event. So clearly they are the number one. No, the first team, their first match as a team was a loss, actually, not a win. To Brooks and Jensen and Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs. So no victory in their first match, which is a shame.
Yes, a bit, but I mean, we'll see what happens. I really do hope that we see a little bit more of them on main roster TV. More tag teams is always a good thing. Triple H seems to have a focus on tag teams at the moment in the men's division, which is a good thing, especially because, we got a lot of the same teams sort of fighting off against one another for the tag team titles. So if we get a few more, I'm more than happy to see that. And if we focus on them a little bit more rather than just throwing them together for the sake of it, I'm all down for seeing that.
Well, it feels like the Usos have gone through everyone right now.
Yeah.
They've not got anyone well, they do have people to beat and face, but a fresh team just to mix things up, give other teams more momentum and stuff like that. Obviously, Brooks and Jensen also appearing, or Brooks Jensen, I keep on calling them Brooks and Jensen. Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs appearing on Main Event. Could we see them on the main roster at some point potentially?
Maybe,
we will see. But sticking with WWE, a new show has been held up, quote unquote, by Peacock. A Stone Cold Steve Austin animated series is reportedly being held up by WWE and Peacock, according to the series co-creator Dan Soder. Now, Dan appeared on Barstool Sports KFC Radio, what a name.
That's a good name.
And revealed that during the pandemic, he and fellow comedian and wrestling fan Dan St. Germain co-wrote an animated show with Austin that was sold to Peacock. He said, "Now WWE and Peacock have been bull crapping me, and it's been about 17 months on the sidelines. I keep calling these mother effers and saying, this is going to be effing funny." Dan Soder also said that Steve Austin is way on board. He clearly did not say that quote thinking of us.
No.
Because now we've had to bleep ourselves and
all the bleeps.
All the bleeps and the bleeps and the bleeps.
It's not that funny, Dan. Bloody hell.
No. An animated show, though, starring Stone Cold. Now, I would hope that it'd be in the vein of Harley Quinn, that's an adult animated show.
That'd actually be really cool. Whether WWE would necessarily do that, I'm not too sure if they would. But I think sort of Stone Cold and his attitude lends itself well to something like that with the Harley
Do
Quinn
Rick
show.
and Morty, but just have Stone Cold be Rick Sanchez.
Just going through different time periods.
They're just do that with different time periods of WWE.
Yeah.
Getting more and more drunk.
I'd like that. I mean, obviously, the reason why it's been sort of sidelined for 17 months, not entirely sure. Obviously, we've seen a huge shift in WWE management with Vince McMahon retiring and Stephanie, Triple H, and Nick Khan sort of taking bigger roles. So things are obviously, they're still, I guess, quite in the infancy of this takeover kind of thing. And things I'm sure have been put on the sidelines and possibly not caught up on. So, I mean, I wouldn't say we won't see this. Obviously, 17 months is a long time for something to be on the sidelines. But, I mean, if WWE see the potential in it, as Dan Soder's seeing the potential in it, then who knows what can happen, especially if Steve Austin's on board as well. So.
I mean, if Steve Austin's on board, surely they would just tell him, give him a nudge and be like, go and give them a push, please, in WWE. Yeah. We've seen WWE do animated shows before. I think they had Camp WWE a couple of years ago, which I think was like more adult orientated
I don't think I ever watched that. I used to watch the animated, you know, when they did like the Road Story stuff.
Oh yeah.
I used to enjoy them. I thought they were really good fun,
But I'd be down for it as long as it's not just a kids animated TV show. Obviously.
What about Steve Austin and Scooby-Doo? Have they done that? I know they've done Scooby-Doo.
They've done Scooby-Doo in WrestleMania Mystery. That was a great film.
So good.
Well, we're going to move over to Impact just now because a former WWE and Ring of Honor star is set to return there. Andrew, what is the story?
So PJ Black, aka Justin Gabriel in WWE, is returning to Impact as part of the X Division Championship tournament. He's going to face Yuya Uemura in the opening round, a match set to be recorded at the Impact tapings this week. And so also in the tournament though, we have former Ring of Honor star Laredo Kid. He's going to face Black Taurus. Former Dark Order member Alan Angels faces Trey Miguel and the previous champion, Mike Bailey, faces another former X Division champion in Kenny King. This is a very stacked tournament. And who do you want to see in the end? I really want to see Laredo Kid and Speedball Mike Bailey in the end because they've had a match before.
I would say Mike Bailey versus anyone.
Mike Bailey's so good.
He's class, isn't he?
I can't remember. Like I remember watching. I think it was an Impact. It was an Impact tape, and it's on YouTube. You can go and see it now. But Laredo Kid and Mike Bailey together. Ooh, as Ross always gets on me for saying they're like real life superheroes. It's very good.
They are like real life superheroes.
I'm so glad you agree, Frizz. I'm so glad you agree.
They fly about and they do all the
flippy
stuff
do all the
that
flippies.
Superheroes do.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm quite excited for this tournament. I've been keeping an eye on Impact recently, and I feel like a lot of their in-ring product gets looked over despite how good it is. And I feel like something like an X Division Championship tournament can bring a lot of eyes to the product, especially folk that remember back to the X Division of old. And that's kind of what it feels like it's getting back to, you know, with folk like Mike Bailey, Trey Miguel, and Laredo Kid in there. But speaking of championships and titles and stuff like that, a title match has been set for AEW Rampage, which is tonight. Whoa. Well, a singles match between Preston Vance and Rush now includes Orange Cassidy and has been declared an AEW All-Atlantic Championship three-way match. This will be Cassidy's first All-Atlantic title defense after winning the championship on last week's Dynamite. Also on tonight's Rampage, Hook will be defending the FTW Championship against Ari Daivari. Penelope Ford faces Willow Nightingale. The Acclaimed, my boys.
Your boys. We can't do it. We can't do it till we win.
Okay, the Acclaimed defends the AEW Tag Team Championships against the Varsity Athletes with the Scissor Me trademark also up for grabs. It's like two magnets. Just not quite. I'm excited for Rampage tonight. I think it looks to be a really, really good show. It's always good to get Orange Cassidy in the spotlight. Yes. I feel like he's going to get the win here.
I'd hope so. It's this whole Andrade family office stuff and the Dark Order stuff. I'm not... I don't really enjoy it. I don't really think they know what they want to do with it. Obviously, we were supposed to get Preston Vance versus Andrade in that the mask and career match sort of thing, and that obviously didn't come to fruition. And it feels like they don't really know where to go with it. And perhaps putting Orange Cassidy in there kind of nullifies anything that was going to happen between the two parties. But I'm happy to see that Kasadu's been introduced into that match, and it's going to be a All Atlantic Championship one now. So
I'm also hyped just to see Hook.
Yeah.
Hook's fantastic.
For 2 minutes. And then,
just walks out all cool and then just walks back.
God, it's good though, isn't it?
Oh, he's so good.
It's good though,
He's
isn't
so
it?
good. But that is all the news we have. The second video of today. We might be back for a third one later on. Andrew, have you got anything you want to plug? Or what you up to today?
I've got nothing. What am I up to today? I'm editing a list about things. I don't like to tell people what it is until it comes out.
Until it comes out. So stay tuned for whatever he's working on. I'm live on Twitch at 6 p.m. I'm playing some Uncharted 3. And in the meantime, I'm off to listen to Taylor Swift's new album. So
T Swiddy.
Oh yeah.
Architect's new album's come out as well. I'll listen to some metal.
Big music day, but we will see you later.